Institutes of Engineering and Technology. So in this session we are going to discuss about a Joule model. So basically a Joule model, it was proposed in the year 1900 by Paul Joule, on which name the Joule model is given. It was proposed to explain the transfer properties of the materials. So how the materials transfer properties are utilized, that will be taken in the Joule model. Now basically what is a Joule model? It is a model that considers a metal to be formed as a collection of the positively charged ions from which electrons have detached to form an electron gas surrounding the iron core. So it is almost look like the first electron theory or free electron theory that was there. So when electrons are having sufficient energy and they are coming out from this atomic orbits, okay, and they are revolving around it in the form of gas, that is what is to be studied in the Joule model, or that was the assumption. So now we will take the basic assumption of the Joule model. In that, the first assumption was electron in a metal behave like a molecules of an ideal gas where there is no Coulombian attraction and collision between the particles. So this was the first free electron theory, also look almost was like this, that it was behaving as a gas. But add on, it also says that there is no Coulombian interaction and there is no collision possible between this particle. And this is independent of the electron approximation. So that was the first assumption. Okay, so in that first assumption, after this first assumption, it went for the second assumption, that is electron collide with ions and change the direction and its velocity. So you can see that electrons are actually colliding, and because of that, the direction and the velocity will also differ. That was the assumption number 2. After that, the electrons reach the thermal equilibrium by collision with an ions, and mean kinetic energy is given by 1 by 2 mv square is equal to 3 by 2 kBt. That was the third assumption. And the fourth, average distance of an electron's free moment between the collision is given by the mean free path, that is nothing but the lambda. So, and after that, the fifth assumption says that after the collision of the electrons move in the random direction, that was according with the 2, with the speed that depends on the temperature of the region where the collision has occurred. So it is an add-on, it also gets you the temperature independent. Okay, so or the temperature dependence on these collisions, how it is occurring. So if the region is hotter in nature, the higher the speed of the emerging electrons could be there. And if it is the cold in region, okay, then the speed would be comparatively less of this emerging electrons. So now we will see the applications of the Joule model. In that, the electrical conductivity and the Joule model. Now the basic concept we have already discussed. We are considering that there is one rod, okay, that is a conducting rod, flow of current is there from it, and it is having the cross sectional area A, and the current density is nothing but J. Okay, so from that we can say that the number of the electron crossing the area A in time dt is NaV dt. Okay, the charge crossing A is in the within that distance dt time period is given as minus NeV dt, from where we can get the current density is equal to minus NeV. So this was regarding the electrical conductivity that we have defined. Okay, so electrons drift in the opposite direction of the electric field, and drift velocity can be also given. See, whenever we are considering the current density, we always calculate the drift velocity, and that drift velocity is equal to or given as V equals to minus N E tau by M. So now when we are comparing this equation, we are getting that is J equal to N E square E tau by M. Ultimately we will be getting J equals to conductivity into the electric field given. Okay, so from that we know that the Joule's conductivity can be given as Ne square tau by M. Okay, so this was regarding the electrical conductivity. Now we have very interesting one, that is the Hall effect and how does the Joule model work with it. So application of the Joule model in the Hall effect given as the generation of the potential difference across the electrical conductor when the magnetic field is applied perpendicular to the flow of the electric current. So we have got this, okay, in this signature what we are having, this is the magnetic field, this is the flow of electron, and this is the force that will be exerted. Okay, so that can be seen in the diagram also. You can see that IDC current is flowing V hall is the voltage that will be getting you the across plane voltage what is developed, and B is the magnetic field developed. Okay, so in that the electric field induced must cancel the Lorentz force that acts in the opposite direction. Okay, so now what is the Lorentz force? Lorentz force is the sum of the magnetic and the electric forces on the charged particle, that can be given as F of L is equal to QE plus QVB, where E is electric field and B would be effect of the magnetic field for the same. Now the magnitude of the Hall voltage can be calculated as V of H is equal to R of H, J of X, B of Z. So this is how we are calculating the Hall voltage. Now Weidmann-French law and the Drude model. So this law states that for any metal at a given temperature, ratio of the thermal electrical conductivity is constant, that is L, and that is nothing but the Weidmann-French law that will be there. So this we have already got into our previous session, and there we have got the thermal conductivity we have derived. Okay, along with that we have also derived our electrical conductivity, and then we have taken the ratio of it, and that was our Weidmann-French law. Okay, so K by conductivity is equal to L into T. Okay, so that was Weidmann-French law. Now substituting the equation, we need it in the Drude model. Okay, so substituting the equation of K and conductivity based on the Drude model, that gives you K equals to NV kb lambda by 2, and that gives you the conductivity Ne square lambda V by 3 kb T. Okay, so in that we have already given what we have as K by conductivity is equal to 3 kb square T by 2 E square. Okay, and the final equation that we have got, that is nothing but the K by conductivity is equal to Lt. So now the optical reflectivity of the metals and the Joule model. So let us explore that. Light is an electromagnetic wave in a form of the transverse wave plane. Okay, so that the electric field of the light propagating in the z direction can be given as epsilon of zt is equal to epsilon 0 e raised to I into bracket n minus I t by into z. Okay, where n is the refractive index of the material, K is the parameter defining the attenuation, and epsilon 0 is aptitude in xy plane. So this is what is the given. Now getting into the Drude model, we will get using the dielectric constant in the material, we have epsilon of zt is equal to epsilon 0 is I w under root of epsilon I c into z minus wt. Okay, an electron with the electric field from an electromagnetic wave moves according to the following. How? That is nothing but m into d square xt by dt square is equal to minus e epsilon 0 e raised to minus e wt. Okay, so in that what is the taken away point? That is the electron undergoes through the position displacement in a periodic manner due to the electromagnetic radiation. This leads to the changing the dipole moment given as minus e x of t. Okay, so this was all about the Drude model and its application. See you in the next session.